the belt squat. Now, a couple of things to focus on when setting up for this specific belt squat is that we want to make sure that we're getting range of motion as much as possible. And that comes down to setting up the belt, which I'll show you soon. We also have handle grips. These can be butchered a lot. It's not a lat pull down, it's a belt squat. The purpose of the belt squat is to target the legs. So we want to make sure that we're choosing a weight that's not so heavy that we're just pulling ourselves up with our hands. These handles, in my opinion, if we're going for quads on this piece, which is what we want to use it for, quads with squat variation, that we are trying to take the back out of the movement as much as possible. That's why the load is loaded from the hips and not on your shoulders. So it's great variation for hitting the squat variation, squat mechanics, I guess, without too much back. So loading the weight, easy, load it on. We've got the unrack here. We want to set up off the belt squat, jump down and literally just clip it in. That's loaded on perfectly there. Now the belt is the most important thing here, is that this is relatively tight. Now, if you are a male, make sure that you set this up in a position where it's not going to sort of irritate you. And so that might be a little bit lower. You know what I mean? And then if it's too low, we're actually going to bottom out too soon. So this thing here is going to hit these, and we won't be in the bottom position of the squat as much as we want to be. And that's where people come and chuck blocks in here. But if you set it up right, you don't need the blocks here. Trust me. Now jumping on, get the belt in the right position so that this isn't twisted to your side or something like that. Get in the right position, get it on the hips there. If you're going heavy, it might hurt. That's just beauty is pain, part of it. So play with this setup, but when you're going heavy, it's one of those things that you're just gonna have to deal with. Now, getting onto the machine, use your handles, step up, and then we wanna make sure that we're not too far back where that cable's pulling forwards and not too far back where it's pulling you back as well. So we wanna think about the bottom position, whoops, unrack, all the way out, and now it's free, it's yours. So we wanna make sure that that bottom position is pulling us pretty much straight down. Now you'll notice I've still got about 10, 15 centimeters before I bottom this thing out. If I loosen these all the way down, I'm not gonna do it. But if I loosen these all the way down, we're gonna bottom out too soon. And so we wanna get as much range as possible. We wanna make sure that our feet are in the right position. And I like to use these handles sort of just to hold me upright. So I'm sort of like leaning back. I'm not doing this and trying to lift myself up with them or anything like that. For me, they're there to position the torso so we can target the quads as much as possible. So using them just to lean back and stand up. If you're going too heavy, you're just going to pull yourself up, kind of defeating a lot of the purpose of this. And when you're pulling yourself up, we're sort of hinging forwards, we're taking the load off the quads, using our upper body to get it up. This is a quad exercise, in my opinion. Now, you can also use this, if you like, RDLs. And so that would mean coming in with a short bar, attaching a short bar to it, pretend I've got a bar there, and you're doing RDLs on it. That one's pretty self-explanatory, but it can be used for many things. If you do need someone to unrack and rack for you, if you're doing RDLs and you want to start from the top, just get someone here to rack it in for you. You load the weight, you unrack it, they undo it for you. Everyone here should be happy to help. But yeah, just be smart, set that belt up right. Don't overdo it. Use your handles to keep you upright, and enjoy and train hard.